What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Gotti and Ace back with the Black Barbershop. How y'all doing tonight, man? How everybody doing up in here?
What's good,
Playboy?
Yeah. Everything is good.
My nigga Ace in here, and we got some guests. We have my beautiful queen in here. She gonna introduce herself in a second, and then we have my young sister, aka another black queen in here. My homegirl from a long time ago. She gonna also give her delivery on things that she would like to talk about as well, and an introduction. We back with part 2. Ace, we're back with part 2, my nigga.
Yeah,
we are back with part 2.
We felt like it was important to give them a part 2. We had a lot of people upset about last week. So I guess I don't know if we wasn't clear enough on the last one of what we was talking about.
Yeah, we were one-sided. That's what we were told, right?
I mean, that's the only thing we can be. It's the Black Barbershop.
Yeah, and then at that, it's going to be very funny because we actually brought this show for the females. The females have really spoke. They have spoken. They would like a whole other delivery on what's happening on our topic of discussion tonight, which is why do men date down and why do women hold out on good men when it comes to sex? So we're going to get into that. But before we do get into that, I would like to actually have our beautiful queens introduce themselves. My special queen in particular as well. Also, plug yourself on what you do because I know you're so humble. But I would like you to spread everything that you have going for yourself, and then we'll cross on over to you, Chrissy.
Well, thank you. My name is Brielle. I go by Brielle Imani on Instagram. I do hair. I do natural hair, braids, twists, all that good stuff. That's what I do.
That's what's up.
And let them know where to follow you at again.
My tag on Instagram is by Brielle Imani.
Yeah, so make sure y'all check in that. Shout out to Dr. Carey as well.
Yes, shout out
to Dr. Carey. But yeah, she being all,
Who was Dr. Carey?
Dr. Carey is the top
mentor.
of the line mentor who does this.
Yeah,
this
she's
natural
a
hairstylist.
Natural hairstylist.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah, so we gonna shoot on over to our future lawyer that might be bailing us out, one day.
Almost there.
Let us know what it do. Let us know your plug too as well,
I'm Chrissy. I am almost in my 3rd year of law school, so almost there, almost done. You can follow me at legally.chrissy. Looking to be maybe one of you guys is criminal defense attorney one day, so plug me and follow me, and that's that.
Yeah, shout out to Chrissy, you feel me? Future lawyers out here, you know
that's
what
dope.
I mean? Black women doing it big, you feel me? I love it. I really do. But Ace, man, it's time, man. Nah, it's not time. We finna do this icebreaker.
I was about to say, let's
get
it on.
Yeah, I know. But we do have an icebreaker to pretty much I'm going to follow up this question. Everything I do is very intentional on this show. But pretty much, I just would like to know, what is the craziest thing that has ever happened to you? Basically, to have a belief in higher power. I would like to know what you guys have been to believe in a higher power. I know everybody doesn't really believe in the whole phrase of, a God or God, but I know most people are spiritual and they believe in a higher power. What have you encountered in your life? I would just like to ask this question, and then I have a follow-up question on why I asked it. If anybody would like to jump in, that'd be perfect.
For me, it'll be my mom's death. My mom died when I was 8 years old, and again, I don't believe in God per se, but I do believe that there was something in that situation to speak to why I'm alive today. It was like a tragic death. So for me to be alive and to be able to tell the story, there had to be something that got me out of that situation and protected me and my being. So I definitely believe that there is something that looks out for all of our well-being when our time on earth isn't done.
On me, I appreciate that. Thanks for sharing that story. For real, that's powerful. Because I know most people, that would make them not believe in any type of higher power. So that's deep. What about you, Ace Boogie? Do you have anything you would like to put on there? Because you know how you are with this religious stuff. So we just gonna say spirituality.
I probably would say that it haven't been one specific event, but I think whatever has happened, it led me to believe that the so-called higher power, like we're born with the higher power. Like you gotta think about it, bro. Like as far as like beings in this earth realm, like we are able to speak, we're able to think for ourselves, we're able to do research. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like we're born with that in us.
Yeah.
And I feel like certain shit over my lifetime has made me search inner and be like, you know what? I think I already have what I need. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to look to an outside source. And when I start channeling that energy and putting it into myself, I realized, you know what, I can actually speak words, and words are powerful. So I can speak words, and then I can speak something into existence, and then I can go out here and make it happen. So I think that's when I stopped. You know what I'm saying? I don't pray. I don't do none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I kind of just decide what it is I want, and then I say it, and then I do it.
It's more of a meditation and actually speaking into existence.
You know what? I'm trying to get into meditation right now. Mm-hmm. I feel like I need that little 30 minutes by myself of just speaking positive affirmations into my life. I feel like I'm at a point where I don't want nothing to take up real estate in my head.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Other than the shit that I'm supposed to be focused on.
Okay. So altogether, we have two positive things that's been coming out of the whole idea of what you guys believe in. Is pretty much that higher power is within yourself, right?
Definitely.
And that's what you guys really caught from your situation, right? Mm-hmm. All right. What about you, Brio?
I feel like I've always had a connection with God.
Okay.
I went to a Christian school, K through 8th grade. I went to church. I always prayed. It was instilled in me from a child, but I felt that inner God in me too from a young age. And even the manifestation, like I always see what I want to happen happens most of the time.
Okay. So for the most part, you have a vision too.
Yeah.
Within what you believe in your heart. Nah, that's 100.
That's not only me. Yeah, that's God.
I feel you. That's real. And then on my behalf, I would say my biggest encounter is just the idea that honestly, you only given so much as you can handle. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because that question in mind comes into like it could be worse. Every time something happens to me, I tell myself that like it could be worse. So it got to be some kind of learning, lesson behind what I'm going through. Whether it's a God or spirituality, higher power, however my listeners are listening to it. I personally believe that my mindset is like what makes the situation better though. And I'm bringing this up to really follow up with this idea. We're going through a crisis right now. And I don't want to keep talking about coronavirus and all that, but we're going through a crisis right now. And the biggest thing that we need to focus on is being happy, being happy and staying positive. And, I wanted to start the show off like that because there's a lot of people out here losing hope. There's a lot of people out here also, they're enraged because they don't know what's going on. But at the end of the day,
they losing hope already?
They losing hope already. And the most important thing is that you do have life and you do have your family. So it's like people just need – I think this is a time where people to focus on the little things in life and really appreciate it, though.
Yeah,
that's
we
me.
need to focus within ourselves because most of the time we're just going and going and going. We need to be still for a minute.
We finally have an opportunity to be still as well.
That's what my mom said this morning.
We
like,
have to.
Like she said it's an opportunity for us to get back to the shit that we used to do, like cooking. You know what I'm saying? Having
conversations, right?
Yeah, having conversations and all of that stuff. So she love it.
Mm-hmm.
She love it.
I enjoy the peace, but I'm honestly scared. Like I'd be like, okay, this is getting a little too close to home. It's getting a little bit too serious. It's getting a little bit like, all right, the schools is closed. Everything that our normal daily routine that we're used to it's no longer like our we're no longer. Our daily practices are no longer our regular routine. So I don't know.
And that's my message to this because I feel like too many people are scared. But you want to know that what they're not mentioning in the news, crime rates are down. Mm-hmm. People are really spending their money on things they need to spend their money on. Mm-hmm. People are actually staying home and actually getting the rest that they need.
That's true. Yeah.
Emergency rooms are ghost towns because people are actually able to focus on their health right now. Like, there's things that are not being said in the news right now, but it's really a positive thing going on. Not saying that the coronavirus is a positive thing, but what's happening amongst us is really a positive thing.
And what you got to realize is if it is a spirit of fear going around, I think that's what the objective was from the beginning, is to keep reporting on it because it really haven't been that many deaths. And in the defense of whatever is going on, they're taking the proper precautions and the necessary steps to make sure that it don't spread no further than what it is. So they shutting down. Like I said, I went to the mall earlier. There's nobody in there. There's nobody in the mall. Everything's closed. You can't sit down at restaurants no more. No bars is open. You know what I'm saying? So
we gonna touch on that as well. That's something that I did want to touch on. So before we go into our segment, which is who needs a lineup, pretty much we finna cover up with the overall agenda is for today. So we're going to go through our segment, Who Needs a Lineup. Then we're going to talk about the biggest topic tonight, part 2, which is why do women date down and why do women actually let good guys wait for sex? And I had some follow-up questions for that as well. And then we're going to have our segment on basically, who needs a cut.
I want to know what was so wrong with what we... I could wait.
Yeah, don't mess my cut up. And then, Ace do want to... Do you want to go on your segment for last week as well? Because we did miss a segment. Remember, we said we was going to touch on that. Don't mess my cut up. You still got that down? Well, we're going to see if Ace still got his segment for that. But I do have mine for this week. But yeah, so we're going into our next segment. And our segment is, who needs a lineup? So if they need a lineup, pretty much this segment means that if they need a lineup, they need to get their shit together. They need to get that shit edged up, tapered, all that. If they all right, we're going to let them slide for another week with that fresh cut that they did have from last week that still look fresh, all right? So the first person I do want to touch on is Dr. Umar Johnson. I don't know if everybody has seen this video that went viral, but Dr. Umar Johnson actually was going off about the black community not giving him money for his school that he is actually preparing for all black employees and all black men and all black boys. It's an all black boys school that's supposed to be predominantly all black. Not predominantly, I'm just going to say all black.
Right.
He don't want no gay people in it. He don't want nobody that's basically light skinned. That's how I'm feeling. He just want black people at the school.
We can't throw that
Did
out
he say
there.
that?
Yeah,
I'm
like,
say
wait,
that.
He didn't say that.
Okay.
But that's how. He didn't say that.
Bro,
But that's how.
the extras on.
Yeah, but that's how I feel like that's how intensified his statement was when he said that he would like a school for all black boys and all black staff to be there.
Right.
How do you feel about him going off on this whole like rampage on black people not supporting him? But he raised $250K, but he would like $2 million.
Right, it's not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough.
He should have the money.
He should.
He should have the
He
money.
should have it.
He should
I
have
feel
it?
the same way.
All right,
I'm not familiar with the story.
Okay, so Dr. Umar Johnson, he was actually doing his own press conference. He recorded himself coming out. I don't know. It don't look like he had like a big ass like school board in front of him, but it looked like he recorded himself coming out with a podium, and he said, which is, you know who Dr. Umar Johnson is, right? He actually he's these on 106. I mean, which I said 106 in part. He usually on Breakfast Club and he on other stuff, and he talks about basically Black lives. The whole Black Lives Matter movement,
Pro-black everything.
Yeah, pro-black everything. Okay. So he comes out in this video, and he says in his video, I don't think that y'all, are doing enough. I need y'all to give me more money. Y'all trifling. He started going off on the black community because he only received $250K.
Right.
Within what time frame was it?
It was probably about,
like
he said,
months?
he said in 2 months, 3 months, 2 to 3 months.
I thought
he
it was
said,
like 6.
Nah, it was.
And
Was
this is
it
for a school?
It's been a minute.
Black school.
It's been a minute, but he only has received $250K, right? But he goes on this whole if y'all have a problem with me saying this, then meet me outside. This is what he says in there, right? So I'm asking them why would you agree with him for going off on the community, or why would you agree that he should have that money? That's just a question. Yeah.
Okay, let me speak on this one time. I feel it from both perspectives. Let me tell you why. If he's trying to build a school for all black boys that was going to employ all black employees and everything is going to be black, we should be for that. And he should have got the money. The problem is, what he don't realize is the people that probably sent the money in, black people, we have a problem with giving people our money.
Yeah. Especially
and that's always been since the beginning of time, since after slavery, and we put all our money into the banks, and then they ran off with our money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why still to this day we have a problem keeping money in the banks. So he had to understand that as far as where we coming from with that. He need more black celebrities and people with money to stand up. And what he's also not understanding is he done had people point the finger at him for scamming already.
Yeah, he has.
So you know what I'm saying? That $2 million is looking more likely like you're not gonna get to that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You scamming. Black people already don't like giving their money up. So it's like, how you gonna get it? But if he's trying to do something positive for us, I feel like he should have the money.
And the support, right?
Right.
All right.
Yeah, I just seen the whole scamming thing when I was looking at the video on your on Instagram.
Yeah.
So I feel you too. But everything is for the black community. So why doesn't he have the money? Is it
because we don't like giving our money to people?
But we don't have no problem shopping every single day, buying stuff we don't need.
Mm-hmm.
But do y'all think like all black everything is productive to like where we're going in society? Like that's segregating ourselves. We're literally
I'm with you. No, listen,
back.
I'm with you because I'm finna
like
go there.
That to me, that's crazy. And I'm in law school where there are no black professors, and I literally put my foot down. Like, you're not taking up pictures of me. You're not putting me on any website because y'all push diversity and there's no diversity. But that's different from being all black everything. I don't think that's good for society. We need to be able to. I get it. We need the black employment and the black school and the black productivity for black people, but just all black, that's going backwards. I don't see the good in that.
I don't think it's going backwards. I think that's kind of important
to have
we don't have that. Everybody else does.
I feel like we do. Like my daughter go to damn near an all black school.
Yeah,
but the curriculum that they go by and shit, it's not a black curriculum. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
called it all white, it'll be
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. There are schools.
I think they do shit like that.
I was just finna say that there are predominantly white schools.
Predominantly white, yeah, but you can't say but can't no blacks come here without blacks acting a fool.
I mean, right. Ivy League school says it.
That's true.
Ivy League,
we would act crazy if you put up a statement out like I'm opening an all white school for all white males with all white employment. We would be like in an uproar.
But they do have the head. So okay, let's go back to something that we do want to talk about because I know that we're actually going around in circles. Go ahead.
But I think what we got to understand about an all-black school and the objective of an all-black school is what you're teaching in that all-black school.
Right.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And when our kids go to these other schools, you got to think about what they taught. Like, I'm one of them people that I don't feel like my daughter should be being taught about slavery because, like you saying, how does that propel us in society? It doesn't move us forward. You get what I'm saying? I know how watching slavery shit made me feel when I was in school, and it didn't make me feel nothing but inferior. Yeah. So we keep teaching that shit to our kids constantly. Every generation of kids is being taught about that same little bullshit, and then you see where we ending up. You get what I'm saying? So I think the curriculum of what he's trying to do is teach them about higher power shit outside of regular schools, because it's like when you get funded by the government, then you got to go by their rules and what they want you to teach. You get what I'm saying?
I got you. So I'm in between everybody's statements because this is my main thing. Before I start, Chrissy, my bad, you really didn't have a say-so, so do you want to speak more on Dr. Umar? You said you did have a statement that you wanted to say.
I wasn't familiar with the story, so just from what I'm hearing right now, that was my point of view on it. You could go
okay.
ahead, yeah.
So my whole thing is I'm in between because I understand that he should have the money. That's something that's big. Like, we want to spend our money on Gucci. We want to spend our money on Louis. We want to buy food from non-black restaurants. We want to go every day to go get brand new tires and shoes. And I'm just saying, little stuff that we spending our money on, we could be spending it with our own people. So that means that for a black person to come out and say that he's doing something for us, he should be supported to the full max. I'm not going to disagree with that. Now, him feeling like he's obligated to get that money, I personally feel like that was not the way to go about it, because he's basically telling everybody, and I don't know if anybody's seen the video previous to this, he made a statement while he got the money in and told this young lady, you sent me $10, sister. It's all right. I know you didn't have it because you would have sent me $20 if you did. Like, the statements that. Yeah, the statements.
Yeah, the nigga said something.
He say some way out shit. So the thing is, the stuff that he says is very, like he's degrading us, but he's still asking us to come together. So it's weird for him to contradict. His energy is contradictory.
Umar been talking about this school for a long time.
That's
really the bottom line, and I don't think he got the support from his people.
So I'm gonna go there. So my thing is, he wants to have this predominantly black school. I'm not saying that I agree or disagree with it. I do think that he should be going with people who support the idea that he has. There's a dream in this school. For him to only want black people to put in on it, but other people are believing in it, that's where he's going wrong as well, business-wise. But it's also taken away from those who do want to learn more about his curriculum. His curriculum might benefit more people than he could think of to make his movement bigger. So he's taken away from something that can expand to whatever he could have imagined to dream of. You get me? If he'd been talking about the school for a long time and he never made the statement that he wants a predominantly black school, or just the idea of him having a predominantly black staff, he would have got support from more than one person that he thought was going to support him. Now, we go back to what you were talking about, because I do want to identify that, because we were going in circles. We do want to go back to desegregation. And I'm only going to say that because you made a statement and you said that you don't want to go back to the old days. You think that it should be, you know, integrated. I believe in integration in some formats, but I feel like us as black people have not had enough time to know who we are. So when we were getting to know ourselves, we were dismantled, and our power was taken away, so we never seen the full potential of what we can ride out to. Because if you look into LA, because that's where we're based at, you would look at Ladera Heights, you would look at Baldwin Hills, you would look at these different beautiful, you know, Watts, you would look at these cities, and they weren't ghetto back then. They were actually just nice cities that were predominantly black and ran with so much civilization, but in ways that we had our own swag on it, you get me? And it was taken away, and now it's like dismantled in this format that everything that we do to go to the upper power, we're integrating into their way of life. You know what I mean? So it's like we never had the opportunity to see what professionalism looks as a black person. We're professional in a white way.
And you got to think about what happened with integration. The first chance we got, what do we do when integration happened? We started spending money with them instead of spending money with ourselves. So in turn, our mom and pop shops start closing down.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And they start getting bought out by the bigger shops, and so on and so forth.
And loans start being taken away. Our credit scores start dropping. And who snuck in and took over those things? The agents. And they actually continue to make the most money off of our community. You get me? So it's a bittersweet situation.
It's pros and cons to both.
Pros and cons to both.
Of each side of it.
But you know what? We're gonna go into the remainder of this segment of who needs a lineup. But I do want to ask: do Dr. Umar Johnson need a lineup?
I'm gonna say no.
You gonna say
I'm gonna say no, yeah, because he been talking about this school for a long time. And honestly, I feel like it's a lot of black people out there that's in a position to put money into. They could put $250,000 to his campaign, one person, and it wouldn't hurt their pockets alone. So for him to be sitting there with only $250,000 is kind of preposterous.
And that maybe was his point.
Right.
What about you, Chrissy? You think he deserve a lineup?
No, I'm gonna let it go. I understand y'all point of view, but
you gonna let him go another week?
The whole idea, yeah, I'm gonna let it go.
Okay. What about you?
For his approach, he needs a lineup. Because if he did it a different way,
he might have got the
everything.
money.
Yeah, everything would be different.
I mean, nice time is over by now. It's over. The nice, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Nice Guy.
That nigga need a haircut. That's what I'm saying. That nigga need a whole haircut, lineup, all that, because he full of shit. I respect what he do, but he just full of shit. The way he go about stuff is like that one nigga who say he got some shit that he ain't got. He always talking about it, but you ain't never seen him with it. Yeah, he one of those dudes that can sell a good game. But
he gonna always be that if he don't get his money.
He that to me, because right now I still doubt the doctor. That nigga say he don't want to say his university because he don't want his university to penalize him for using their name. But I still think that nigga ain't shit. But he cool though. He a cool nigga, but he need a cut.
So you calling homie a fraud?
Yeah, he a fraud. On the high.
Story short.
On the high though.
About Umar.
Yeah, but we finna go into Tom Hanks and Idris Elba. The reason why I would like to talk about that is just for the idea that they do have coronavirus. They made it viral. And then we also have another 3 celebrities that are NBA players that went viral, which is Rudy Gobert, Donovan Mitchell, and Kevin Durant. Just we found out today Kevin Durant also has coronavirus. With this being said, how do you guys feel about the idea that celebrities can go ahead and get tested while we just don't know? Like, and then they're also broadcasting their results. Do you think that is making the situation any better?
No.
Mm-mm.
And what is the agenda?
It's all propaganda, brother.
Yeah. Do you think it's an agenda behind that? What's your thoughts on that? That's my question to y'all. Do you think?
What do I think the agenda is?
Yeah,
mandatory vaccination.
Mandatory
vaccination.
vaccination.
They already started.
Not getting one. I'm not getting one.
So mandatory vaccination is the next step, which is meaning because people not taking.
I was talking about this in the shop, and I said this shit kind of remind me of when the planes hit the building, bro. Like I feel like they're getting ready to take away something. I mean, they already doing it. Like motherfuckers got the ability to really control your life. They tell you, y'all motherfuckers got to stay in the house.
Yeah,
we shutting all this shit down.
Yeah,
and then that's what it is. Yeah. Like it really don't. I was outside today with my daughter, bro. It don't make no sense to be outside.
Ain't nobody else
Everything closed. Every
no.
fucking thing is closed.
It's 2020, right?
Yeah, they shut their niggas' lives is shut down right now. LA shut the fuck down.
And it's like an hour to get into a store, like a real grocery store. It takes almost damn near an hour to get inside, especially if you're starting from the morning to whatever time. But yeah, so what about y'all? How do y'all feel about this? What is the agenda? What do you think the agenda is?
I don't know what the agenda is, but I think there is definitely some type of something going on. I don't know if it's just to push the election and the way that they want it to go, because obviously the whole world is affected by the American election. It's not just Americans that's affected. So, granted, it started in China, but the universe as a whole is affected by American population. I mean, politics.
Right.
So, just because it started in China does not mean it's not trying to control our politics. And I just think that might be the bigger agenda here. But whatever it is, I think they're pushing something, and they have the ability to do it. Over 48 hours, we have lost access to damn near everything that we do. Like this morning, my computer went out. Tomorrow, I'm starting online classes. I can't get to Apple Store to save my life.
Yeah, it's closed.
Oh, wow.
It's closed.
It's like, what am I supposed to do about it?
Yeah, that's fucked
so,
up.
everything has just literally changed overnight.
And you want to know some of the coldest things that's to say about this as well? Do we give the media a lineup? Because before Tom Hanks and before Idris Elba, they actually put these men on blast. Like, Rudy Gobert was the first NBA player to be put on blast without his... I don't feel like he had any knowledge of it.
Is that the guy who touched everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, for them to put him on blast and tell
tell
everybody that he had corona, do you think that they were right for that?
I don't think I seen that. I missed that part.
So it was an NBA player who they actually broadcast as the first person to have the coronavirus, and then that's how everything trickled into the NBA being shut down. But yeah, I think that was cold, and I really do think the media deserve a lineup, especially right now. The media doing too much. I feel like the media is saying all the bad shit and not the good shit.
I mean, that's what their job is, bro.
That's the agenda. That's the first step.
That's fucked up.
You heard Dr. Drew. Dr. Drew told the media shut the fuck up. They talking too much. They don't know what they talking about.
That's
honestly, because it haven't realistically on a global scale. It's like the amount of deaths that has happened from this is probably like 0.05 on a global scale.
It's actually 105 in New York right now. Their numbers is increasing.
Right, but do you know how many people is in New York?
Yeah.
Outside of the media. Amount. My friend's an RN, and she said that she talked to her infectious disease doctor at her hospital. And at first it was like, okay, we're a little skeptical. Whether it's man-made, wherever it came from, it's here now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just saying, like, the media is on a frenzy with their agenda, but realistically the numbers are rising. Like, we're in a place where, like, this shit is getting 30% increasing. The numbers of cases are increasing 30% each day.
Yeah.
So whether it's a joke, no matter where it came from, the reality of it is that it's here, and we need to be cautious about how we moving. It's here.
I just know
I
wasn't behind it until I seen a real nigga catch it. Idris is the realest nigga I know right now. So seeing that he had no symptoms.
You don't even know this.
He the realest nigga because he's very professional. He did Medea movie. But that makes him
Those
nigga.
Are the credentials.
Yeah. And that nigga from the UK. So he a real nigga. Yeah, but I'm saying I think that was crazy, but I know to follow up with that, I know we're giving the media a lineup, but do we give LA a lineup? All businesses are closed, and how do y'all feel about this whole idea that everything could be closed and we're actually going to be like on a agenda to come to buy things? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, they might be shutting
it
us down for a minute. Lockdown.
Yeah, like lockdown.
Oh, it's happening. It's coming.
It's
definitely coming.
So, yeah.
I don't think we should give LA a lineup, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? We second biggest city in the country. It's like, shit, we got to do what we got to do if it's cracking like that.
The main thing is for us to be safe. Yeah, and remain healthy.
And stay positive, for real.
Like I said on my Instagram, I've been practicing social distancing since 2014. It's nothing to me.
Yeah, and wash your ass and your hands. Make sure you out here washing that whole body.
Hey, bro.
Not for real.
Wash your body.
Trust me, if it's being spread like they think it's being spread, bro, it ain't gonna be nothing you can do to save your ass from that. I already think I had it, bro. Honestly, we already talked about it. Yeah, I already think I had it.
Hey, what's crazy is we don't know if it's curable, but we're not even gonna talk about that.
Let's get into
nothing. It's a virus. It comes and goes. Your antibodies in your body, you fight off viruses.
Yeah, man, I feel you. But yeah, smoke a lot of weed, drink a lot of water,
and
stay in the house. So, okay, we finna go into our topic of discussion for tonight. Why do women date down? So we do have 2 young ladies in here. We have 2 black queens that's speaking on this. We do have another relevant question, which is, why do good guys have to wait for sex? So, we're going to go into some follow-up questions behind that, but I do want to know, why do women date down? Let's get your perspective.
My followers going up on you,
yeah,
bro.
because our perspective was actually so wrong.
What was your perspective?
My perspective was, why do women date down? I think they date down for power.
Okay, and you?
Women?
It's one
Yes.
word. You said
I
power?
thought it was men.
No, why do women date
It was
down?
women.
But
we
last
did.
That was men, right?
We touched on men too. We
touched on men.
We touched on both. So if you guys would like to answer that question in reversal, that'd be perfect.
I would like to.
I'm gonna do the women though.
I would actually like to start and say, what was wrong about what we were saying last week?
What was wrong with it?
Yeah.
I can identify it because I got an earful from my queen.
Right.
And what was said that was basically wrong is that we spoke on women that actually do have a reason why they should respect themselves and put themselves in a position to have the shots and make a man respect them before they just have sex with them. So in prior, we were speaking on the idea of good men just in general coming out, talking, and being a good guy, and women knowing they don't want to have sex with him, but still basically doing, leading him on.
So
that's where our perspective was.
So basically what it was is we had a problem. We had a problem with women knowing that they don't want to actually be with a certain guy, but basically leading the guy on.
We don't get into anything knowing we don't want to be in that. I think
hold on, because I ain't gonna let you get at us like that.
Women move on potential. A lot of things that we see
funny that you
guys
said that.
It's potential.
That's
and
funny
it's
that you said that.
What you could,
I was just saying that.
What
I got
you
the
could
follow-up
rise up
questions.
to.
I got the follow-up
what
questions.
you might be able to rise up to, and I think a lot of us step back and be like, well, I'm here. This is what I'm doing. I'm in law school. I ain't never met a black nigga on my level, and I'm dating, and I tell every time I'm dating down, but I'm dating down with the idea that you can meet me here one day, and not that I'm putting on some unrealistic expectation on you. If I met you at Best Buy, I know your potential is not that far from Best Buy, but I think women date down for potential. That'd be my answer.
And this as well. We do want to start off with this.
I swear I'm like a psychic, bro.
Hold on real quick.
I said that same thing.
So if you would like to call in, just to touch on certain stuff too, you can. Our number is 323-900-0478, 323-900-0478. But we're gonna have another person answer, which is
I knew this was gonna be said.
So why do you think
it could be either that or sometimes we don't know our worth.
Okay.
It could be either or.
That's real. Before we go into the rebuttal, because Ace ready for the rebuttal.
What you gotta say?
Yeah, Ace ready for the rebuttal.
What you got? I'm
hold on.
entertaining my folks at the same time.
We got to make sure the second question is answered as well. So listen to the question.
Right.
Listen to the question.
Okay.
Why do good guys have to wait for sex? Why do good guys have to wait for sex?
I'm gonna let you handle that one.
If you're so good of a guy, what's the purpose of you even asking that question? Like, why is that such a big issue? Like, if you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it. First of all, hold on, wait.
Okay.
Let me finish real quick. I'm
Yeah,
almost done. But sometimes we want you to wait. I want to see if you're really worth it.
Okay.
Do I really want to give the goods up? I like you. You seem like a good guy, but let me see if it's really real.
Okay.
Because I'm done playing. Most of the time, that's why we want you to wait.
I got the follow-up question. Just
He's so
relax.
funny.
I got
Nah,
you. I got you.
It's
Ace.
like
I want to know where your
I'm
interest
really
is.
just my heart is itching.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
itchy
Speak
heart.
on it then. Your heart.
Go ahead, itchy heart.
I'm really trying to figure out what have women been taught to make them think that them giving up sex is such a sacred thing, but we don't think the same thing
Yeah, I
about
don't.
ourselves.
But why don't you feel the same way?
I'm asking that question.
Because we men and we
It's
got
No.
a dick.
I'm asking
Wait,
the,
for
no.
real.
I'm asking the
Y'all should
question.
feel the
It's
same type of way,
literally
too.
what we've been
But
growing up
Because
on.
no,
what
hold
we've
on.
watched all our
If
lives.
you let them tell it,
I can answer.
If you let them tell it,
Please.
they will sit and act like that when they lay down, they're the only one giving up gold.
No, hold up.
No.
Hold on.
No.
I get you.
No,
I get you.
Come on, man. All I
I
say
hear
is
you.
real shit. I know this ain't
Hey,
no,
preach, my nigga. I'm gonna be quiet.
ain't no
Preach.
BS.
Preach.
They
Go ahead.
They act like when they lay down that they the only one giving up gold. She said, I need to know if you're worthy of giving up the goods.
Yes.
I hear you.
You're giving out the goods to everybody.
Right, most of the time, that's how it
men are
goes.
passing out them goods like chocolate.
Nah, that's
one
not
for
true
you,
though.
One for you, one for you.
That's not true though.
Oprah, everybody
That's
gets
not
a
true.
good.
That's not true.
Oprah.
Everybody gets a good.
Oprah got bread.
Everybody gets a good.
I feel like in my life,
Nah.
I've been very selective.
You been selective.
You're one
You're one of the.
few.
You're
I
one
really,
of the
I really
few.
feel like that, bro.
He's like in the pot of this many.
Well, don't.
You can't find nobody that could be like, yeah, I did that with him. You can't go find her. I challenge you.
I'm happy to hear that.
Nah, that's
you
what's
don't
up.
hear that all the time. For men,
So for the most part,
that's very rare.
It's nothing. Like for
I mean, because I can't be controlled by it. I'm not gonna move by it. Like you're not gonna get me to like because I feel like that the dudes that can be moved by the gold is the ones that believe that the pussy is the gold.
Okay, well, first of all, my girl is on this show, and I'm not finna put my business out there like that. But
you're
speaking.
To say,
No, because I'm saying you speaking out of 1 of 100, bro. You're rare. Like that's rare. Like they
Nah.
just said. They just told you that's rare. Like I feel like
What
I
I'm
didn't
saying-
know. Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you like the question that they asked. I'm gonna answer it. They said, "Why don't men see themselves in a high light?" I think personally, it's the way I was raised. I was raised in a setting of thinking that the more women you have, the more cool it is.
And where did you get that from?
Yeah,
I got
what
that.
setting is that?
I got that from movies, songs. I got that from the whole
No,
idea that my friends
homeboys.
around me are telling me like this is the coolest thing to do.
I understand that, but you was raised by women. Am
My
I
dad
correct?
got 11 kids. I'm my mom's only one. Kid.
So this
That
is
says a lot
so
about
this is where
I understand what
where
you're
we're-
saying,
where
but
we're
you was
letting it
raised
off
by
at.
women, right?
I was raised by women, but do you
The
understand?
same thing with me.
Yeah, but do you understand that I'm speaking in reference to my outside influence as well? Like I was influenced to not know what a man was in my household, so I'm looking and seeking what men do, rather than what I don't know what a king is, bro. At the time and moment of being raised, I don't know what a king is, so I'm seeking advice from other people that are telling me that this is cool. That's the whole thing that I'm talking about.
And I promise you, hey, that's what I said. That's what I be telling my homies, bro.
Yeah.
We gotta start walking around here like we're the prize.
Yeah.
We're the prize because if you really want to break it down, bro,
Yeah.
the statistics are against the women. It's
Okay.
harder for them to find a good us than
Okay.
it is to find a good them. That's a fact.
No, that's true,
Let's
but I didn't know that.
Break down the jails.
That is not a lie.
No, break down the amount of us in jail, and
That
then
is
break down the
true.
people that's gang banging and don't have jobs. To find a good man is way harder for them than it is for us to find a good woman.
I should have known
But
you
we
growing up, bro. I didn't know you though.
We walking around here like our shit is bronze and theirs is gold.
I know I'm bronze now and I'm gold. I know I'm everything. But I'm saying back then I didn't know. I thought I was just a penny maybe. I don't know. I just was going off of what was around me. I was used to hearing niggas say, this is what you're supposed to do. This is how you're supposed to have bitches. This is what I'm saying. This is the language that I'm hearing. And
So
I'm going.
did your mom ever teach you that? Did
Me-
she
I had
ever
that
speak
same
on
influence
that?
around me too, bro.
So I'm speaking in reference to my personal experience. I'm speaking that I can hear this from my mom, but she's not a man, you know?
Okay.
So what am I really listening to at the end of the day? If my mom is telling me this and when I go to school, I'm seeing
men
a
are
dude
telling
that's
something
super
else.
disrespectful, has more than one woman seeking all the needs that I would like at the
Glamorous
time.
lifestyle.
Yeah, it looks good to me, so why not go down the same route?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Right.
I know you were raised different. I was just saying
I
that's
agree.
what my perspective was, though.
In my household, it was always my uncles bringing home several girls, hitting them,
Yep.
on holidays, and it was normal to me. So when I grew up and I wanted different, it's not normal for my family and what I grew up on in my
Miss
perspective of
Lizzo.
life.
Miss
It's
Lizzo.
not- it's crazy.
You know what I think? Honestly, I think more so having multiple women is more of an ego thing for me.
Okay,
Because
I can see that too.
I don't know how. I'm about to be 33 in like 3 months.
Yeah, you old, my nigga.
Anybody my age know that having multiple women is a fucking hassle, dog.
Yeah.
You can't. That's something that you absolutely can't pull off at my age.
Unless you can control all of them.
I don't know.
How do you do that?
I live a
Right.
ghetto.
Money. I don't got enough of that.
My daddy's wife still finding out about kids he got.
Oh,
So
damn.
maybe I'm on a different side of that. Maybe I'm on a different side of the story. My dad got like 11 kids. His wife is still to this day finding out about children that he has. So
Is she loyal?
She loyal than a motherfucker.
Right.
I grew up just
That
watching
mean you
it.
finding out too, then, huh?
My dad just had a baby a year ago, and I still ain't met the baby.
Damn.
Like, baby was born February 2019, and I still ain't met her.
Damn.
So like, the life is crazy, and I've always watched.
Stupid.
I've always
Both
seen
both of
men-
your parents is Belizean or just one?
one.
Okay, your dad?
My dad.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
I heard about. Yeah, I heard about the
Belizean
Belizean
men and Jamaican men. They
Just
live.
one, yeah.
They
I heard
live
about
another
them niggas.
life.
Oh my
They
goodness.
vicious.
They vicious.
It's interesting.
But
to say the least.
I said that to say this, bro. It's like, you think that we not being taught that because of the fathers are not in the house, or what? Because for a woman to say, I have to figure out if I'm gonna give up the goods. Like, what the fuck is the goods? As if you're not getting something in return when we make this exchange.
Well, see, that's the thing. I wasn't raised thinking that way because I didn't know what a man was. You get me? Like, if you're raised in a household with all women.
That's why I just asked that.
No, but I'm saying, like, if you're raised in a household with all women and just the idea of them telling you what a man is and you go out and see the opposite of what they're telling you. Because I'm saying, in my eyes, things that are glorified outside of my household were all negative, but it looks good because it's happening for them. Like, for you to tell me not to sell drugs at that time, and I'm seeing drug dealers with cars and gold, that shit looks appealing. I'm not knowing about jail, but I'm seeing, like I'm visualizing things that make sense to me. My mom could have told me a million times not to gangbang. I had to choose that on my own, though. I had to see what was wrong with gangbanging. What I didn't like about gangbanging was niggas was really fighting and getting beat the fuck up and getting killed. That's why I didn't gangbang. I wasn't a nigga who wanted to be into violence. I wasn't a violent creature. Now, niggas who are violent and they see that as being a man, that's what they gonna do. That's just what I mean by
violence was normal.
Yeah, violence is normal for some people, but then that comes with women. Like, you can tell me not to be like, bro. If I get my heart broken and you telling me all I need is one woman, and then I'm seeing all my other homies saying that's why I don't fuck with one woman.
So what made you come to the conclusion that that's what you need, or that's what you want is one?
Well, I had to go through it. It's a process, bro.
You had to go through what?
I had to go through heartbreaks, heartaches, and understanding that it's really losing. I'm taking energy from myself.
Ways, yeah.
I'm losing energy as I'm giving other people a part of me. I'm losing energy. I can also take in demons at the same time. Like, women go crazy when you have sex with them, especially when they really like you and you don't like them the same. So it's a lot of things that I encountered that made me start to realize, like, it's not cool to have more than one woman. It's really not.
Right.
And I had to encounter that. But at one point, yes, I thought it was cool because it was a safe haven. And like you said, it might have been an ego thing for me. It really probably would have been an ego thing for me.
Right. And so to clarify what we was talking about as far as the last episode, it's like, I don't think we was talking about, like, because I don't go out with a female expecting to have sex with them. That's not what I do. But what I'm saying is, if I'm a constant present in your life, if I'm omnipresent and I'm talking to you every day, we talking on the phone, we telling each other good night, you know what I'm saying? You coming to where I'm at, you meeting me where I'm at, I'm going to where you at, we spending time, we going on dates.
For how long?
Thank you.
2-3 months. That's fucking too long.
Nah, that's too long.
I thought
that's too long.
Less than that.
Nah,
because it sounded like
I'm saying,
you guys were about less time.
No, I'm saying less.
Nah.
I'm saying less than that. No, I'm being honest with you. I'm saying less than that because we're talking from.
What's your timeline?
We're talking from two different perspectives.
But then we got women that follow us and saying, "Oh, okay." After the first date, the woman knows if she gonna have sex with the dude or not.
I'm
not
speaking for the.
Women knows that.
No.
I mean, that's what they saying. That's
but
what
I'm
they
speaking.
saying.
Okay,
Don't shoot
so
the messenger. That's what they saying.
Because I keep it real. We having barbershop talk. I'm speaking for niggas. You probably speaking for black men. I'm speaking for niggas. I know that if I'm taking you out on a date at that time and period of what I said I would want you to really be able to consider having sex with me by the third date. So that means that a month. No, and when I say consider that, that means that I know for sure that you even speaking on it. Like, okay, it's going to happen. Like, you're telling me it's a go. So
we should be having some type of conversation letting me know.
Yeah, something that's entertaining an idea. So my thing is,
see what it
why
is this.
Sex the ultimate, like,
and I'm
what
speak
you're
on
trying
that.
to reach to.
And
I am so confused.
And
why is it not?
Women have so much more to offer than fucking sex. So why is that the epitome of the women and what you want to get out of her?
Right, we
so
understand that, but we need to get to that later on after we have the sex. We can get to that and build on another
I
level.
Know why you want to fuck me first? Like,
Well,
I'm confused.
Well,
why are we on a date? Why is I'm paying for this fucking date? And why
men don't always pay for fucking dates?
Yeah,
I've been on a million dates and I done been like, I got it, nigga.
I don't know what
wrong bitches.
I don't know.
Wrong
and
bitches.
And that's what I was going to mention. No, that's what I was
going to mention.
I
don't have that problem.
That's what I was going to mention.
I don't have that problem.
That's what
I've been on plenty dates, but I'm like, I got it.
No, that's what I was going to mention. So it's an agenda with different women.
So I bought the dick then at that point. Like, this is crazy.
So
I mean, facts.
That ain't cool.
If that's right, then you deserve that at the end of the night. At the end of the night, you deserve that. At the end of the night,
weak. Okay, so listen. So let's touch on that. It depends on the woman. So look, if I met you in a setting that we both were into each
Facts.
other, I feel like sex should be the first thing that we're going towards. That's me. If I meet you at a party, a bar, no, this is what I'm really saying. I'm meeting you in a setting that sets that environment up that, okay, we're vibing, but at that, it's a sexual vibe. Then what's the idea of us coming off the night of texting that we can't consider that being the next step? Now, if I meet you and we're going through like, let's say we're students at the same school, or I meet you through a mutual friend, or I go to a dinner party. There's different agendas. For me, true. I'm speaking as a man, but I'm saying if I meet you on some shit and that's the shit that we was on when we first met, then I think that that's the vibe. So my thing is, if we're doing that and then you say, oh, I want to be your girlfriend, so you got to do this and do that and do that, that throws me off right there, because it's like, wait, hold on. All of a sudden, we're going towards a relationship, but we was just about to fuck last night. So that's weird to me. That's why I'm saying, as a man, we see things differently when we say sex is on the agenda. On the other side of that, I've met a man, and just on some, I wanted to have sex with him, and it was what it was. Then after that, he hit me with the, you gonna be my girlfriend. Nigga, what? No, we was just... Whoa!
Hold on.
So we talked about that last episode, too.
It goes both ways.
It goes both ways.
Like,
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree
You ain't even took me on a date, nigga. He like, well, before I take you on a date, you finna be my girlfriend. That's how y'all roll in this.
So going into the next question, since we're talking about that. So going into the next...
Let's cut the shit.
No.
Okay, so let's go into the question. So let's go into this question since we're on that. I asked this question because I do want to know, have you ever been with a guy that didn't meet your qualities or your standards because you didn't know him and still had sex with him, and why?
And let me say this first. Let's cut the shit. Really, what is... Nah, for real, let's cut the shit. This starting to irritate my soul. What it's starting to sound like is people not having sex with people because they ain't attracted to them. Period.
Okay.
Period.
I've been in a full relationship and just lost interest and been like, I ain't having sex with you no more. And been my dude for 5 years. And one day I woke up like, I'm done.
But I'm pretty sure the question this nigga asks now, you know what I'm saying, for most, it's going to be a year. Yeah. It's going to be a year.
And that's what makes our question valid.
It's going to be a year.
So that's the question. Have you ever been with a guy that didn't meet your qualities or your standards, but still had sex with him, and why?
Yeah, I have. And I had sex with him because I had no intention on doing nothing but having sex with him. That's okay. I walked into something with the intention.
I'm going to follow up with that.
With the intention of only having sex with you. But it is what it was.
Well, I can say yes, too. But my reason was different. It was because I wasn't fully happy with myself. I need to occupy my time.
Yeah, exactly. I was having sex with you because I was bored, and I just
you're gonna be filling up my time.
Okay,
I didn't like you.
So that's
that.
So that's the follow up for what Ace is saying. Your shit is golden, but a guy can't do that and feel the same way that you guys just said that. Because if we do that, then that make us seem like the bad person.
In a way, I can
it's
see
just
your
that
perspective.
we hear that too often. Like, it's just regular. You just have sex with any and everything.
So coming off,
I don't think nobody's saying that, but I feel like I don't feel like we need to be sitting up here and acting like don't nobody like sex and that's not the ultimate goal when you're dealing with somebody. I'm not gonna say that's not the ultimate goal, but that's a goal.
I think
honest, what are we doing?
What makes it bad is guys aren't always honest with us.
I think I was honest about it. I think that I was straightforward about I didn't want nothing outside of this besides sex.
Aren't honest with us. That's what messes it up.
You're
honest.
Gotti giving me the hand,
let me
so
know
I feel
first.
like I gotta hold my tongue.
This is all you want.
This is where
no, it's not.
So this is where we got rage that last week, and this is why our perspective was the way it was. Coming off of those relationships, which made you find out your worth, that makes you look at the good guy and tell him that he has to wait. How do you think that makes the good guy feel that you went through that process and now he has to wait?
Right. And that was the whole thing from last week.
That was our perspective.
No, that was the whole thing from last week. Should a dude have to pay for past decisions?
Let me get back to what I was just saying about the guy that I had sex with and was like, well, now you're going to be my girlfriend before I take you on a date. His reasoning was, well, I've taken plenty of women on dates and spent all this money on women, and they haven't, at the end of the day, it ain't went nowhere. We were just dating. Yeah. And I'm like, well, how you going to judge me based on what how every other female has treated you in the past? We can go on a date today, and I might pay for it. You didn't even gave me the chance, nigga, you know? So I can totally hear your point of view of not wanting to be judged by somebody else's past mistakes, but that's where we're adults. We're damn near all 30.
Yeah.
We sit down and have that conversation.
Yeah.
This is where I'm at. This is the life experiences that I've been through. We have all at this point
And
in our
be
life.
honest.
We have all at this point in our life had these life experiences. We've all been hurt or hurt somebody else. Let's just be honest about it. This is what I want. This is what I'm seeking. And if you can't wait because I want you to wait, then fuck it. I'm not the woman for you.
But look, we're 1 for 2 because she did agree with us. We're gonna give her no lineup for that. All right, she is on our side.
Nah, we ain't even
2.
on the lineup segment.
Nah, but look, no, because I'm
It's not the
saying
lineup
I know
segment.
that was a joke though. So it's 1 for 2. So the
I
reason
agree, but
no,
I
it's
think-
1 for 2. But the reason why I brought this up is because when you do meet the guy with the qualities and he like you can, I know women have this. They have this intuition. You know he's the guy.
No.
You're gonna let him wait. And you just had this situation happen before this person.
Because how do I know he's the guy? I just had this
my
situation
boy
happen.
just said it's pre-owned anyway. And
oh wow, what's pre?
at the end of the day,
Wow.
nah, look, like I said last week, are we talking facts or are we gonna sit here and
talking
go with our
facts.
feelings? So he just spit a fact,
But what's
and we
pre-owned?
gotta
So
vagina.
That means
What
we
y'all
should
claiming
all
to be
say
gold?
a version until we
What
get
y'all
married?
claiming to be gold is already pre-owned.
No.
We gonna roll with no.
Well, let's hear.
No.
Well, let's hear. Let's hear.
Negative.
No, I'm saying we gonna roll with no.
No.
Well,
See,
hold on.
this ain't a
Hold
keep it
on.
real
We are
session.
not
This ain't a
cars
keep it real
over
session.
here.
Okay, let's have.
This ain't a keep it real session.
You can't even tell me who it's pre-owned by.
You saying whoever they end up with is pre-owned. That's what he's basically stating,
I
right?
feel
Yes.
like
That's
that
crazy.
devalues
Yes.
us.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We're not
Yes.
property.
Okay, so I want you to elaborate on that question. So, Brielle,
Do you think I made you wait a long time?
personally, I think you made me wait a perfect amount of time. No, like, for real, like.
Hold on, y'all go.
That's the only thing bro can say.
Nah, because I'm gonna be honest with you.
No,
There
I
was a
want
time,
him
You
to
gonna
be
say something
honest.
else?
No,
No,
I want him to be honest.
bro. It was a perfect amount of time because
What
I
was
was
that
about to
time?
leave, my nigga. I was
Because
straight.
I
It
was gonna
cool,
make you
like,
wait longer.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm good.
How
Like,
long was that time?
Our time period, it took a long
It was
time.
a couple months.
Yeah, it was a couple months, but we had a friendship before we went into anything that was really physical too. That's why.
And I was over everybody at that point.
Yeah,
I was over it.
I mean, but was it worth the wait?
is she not my fiance? That shit is crazy. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
That's where I'm getting at. It was
Okay,
worth
but
it.
okay, but
But
we're-
that don't mean
okay,
that's the
hold on.
automatic
Worth it.
recipe to
It
success.
was-
though.
Okay, so
I'm
look,
not
we talking
saying that.
honesty. Look,
I'm
we
not
talking
saying
honesty.
that. Yeah.
We talking honesty, right? Because you
This
know.
was
But
an
sometimes, like you
example.
said, you vibe with somebody and you like,
Nah,
all right,
nah,
that's my dog.
Nah. So we talking honesty. So let's talk about honesty. So we're talking about the expansion in which we end up having sex. So what happened was I was in a phase myself. Like my nigga A said, we actually have our goals as well. She knows. So my mentality was I wasn't really on that. But it came to a point where we were both comfortable with each other. So there started being engagement. And it started to be, it was hard. Like, I wasn't trying to fuck with nobody because I was on a different level of mentally thinking the same way she was. So it worked out. You know, things work out how it's supposed to work out. That doesn't happen with everybody. If our situation was different now and we both did like each other from the get-go physically and everything like that, and she had made me, like, wait, I don't think it would have worked. It wouldn't have worked. It was where we was mentally. So that's where that goes. But I'm saying that same type of it won't work for everybody. It won't.
It's
It
not
won't.
universal.
It
Definitely.
won't.
Yeah.
I think we need to start looking at shit like we're beings. We're beings. We're put here to do absolutely that, right?
Yeah.
So as far as how far can you remember? Nah, and it's just a keep it real session, bro.
Okay.
How far back can you remember to where you probably got hard for the first time
You said
or a wet dream? What? How old were you, bro?
damn, bro.
Because we need to start looking at ourselves as beings, bro. A lion don't fucking take no lioness on 13 fucking dates before he smash. He walk up and get it in.
Yeah.
But they are
And that's
animals.
but
They're
look, but we
different.
can't do that because we are too. We
But
are too.
We have souls and emotions.
Feelings,
and
yeah.
we
dirty,
can talk.
You dirty dog, you.
We come with a
So
lot more than a
now-
lion.
And look,
So
them
now
same
what?
souls, and emotions is what got y'all out here choosing
Choosing what?
the niggas that y'all attracted to,
that
and
right?
don't give a fuck over the niggas that's in front of your face and showing you that
that
they want to
right?
be with you.
They don't
Nah,
want to hear that.
for the
shit.
most part, I'm not speaking about every woman because obviously you engaged. You know what I'm saying? I don't know your situation. I just met you, so obviously I'm not talking about every woman.
Yeah.
But for the most part,
I feel like a lot of that goes back to our self-worth and how we feel about ourselves. A lot of women need self-healing. Black women especially. We need to heal ourselves first before we try to engage ourselves with anybody. We need to heal ourselves first.
And that's what I promise you, that's what I was talking about. If you're not ready for that, if you're not ready for a relationship, or if you're not ready for a guy to come in your life and do this, that, and the third, and you like, oh, I don't want to be in a relationship right now, stay your ass in the house. Don't come outside. We not going on no dates. But I'm not paying for shit, because what you got to understand is, as a single man or a single woman, the process of getting to know somebody and I start liking you, I'm going to want to have sex. So if you looking at that shit like, oh, I'm going to make this nigga wait for the gold, like, that's some bullshit.
But not knowing our self-worth as a black woman is just a place of normalcy. Like, that's just, it's what we've grown up into. And it takes for us to be 30 and realize, like, damn, you know, I really don't know myself. I need to take a step back and realize, like, all the trauma and all the things that I have been through are actually trauma, because we are so desensitized to things that we don't realize that some of the stuff we go through in life is really trauma.
And we don't need black men telling us we need to put it out every 5 seconds.
Thank you. We have to take that step back for ourselves. When it takes a while to be 28, 29 and realize what we're going through is real. And you got to take a step back and realize, like, okay, I don't know myself first.
I just had somebody say, I don't want to build a bond with someone who can't sexually satisfy me.
Okay.
But women can say the same too, though.
Well, yeah, that is important.
How true is that not?
How true is that not? Okay, Shakespeare.
No, right. I want y'all to stop her where she lying. Stop her where she lying.
I need you to repeat
because
that.
she didn't tell a lie.
Everybody's
I don't want to build.
Satisfied by sex.
I don't.
That's her. That's her
Come
thing.
on, man.
For real. Some people are looking for satisfaction outside of sexual satisfaction.
Of course. I understand that. I understand that some people are looking for satisfaction outside of sex. Sex is not everything. But let you have everything else and be with a nigga that's not satisfying you sexually. You're going to look outside of what you got going on.
But that can be
You're going to do that.
That can always be fixed,
What?
Though.
What can be fixed?
You
I
guys,
don't know.
A nigga who can't perform?
I had bad sex and I was like, hell nah.
But you can fix that, though.
I don't know.
That is fixable.
You a man.
I'm a man, yeah.
I had bad sex one
I'm a
time
grown
and I was
man.
like, ooh, no. Ooh, hell
That can't be fixed.
If you love that person, you can fix it.
You're not going to turn.
That's what I think.
You're not going to turn a turtle.
It looks like we got two different perspectives in here.
You're not going to turn a turtle into a silverback.
I've had bad sex and I was like, oh, hell no.
But were you really feeling him?
I thought he had the whole package and he just was getting lost in it every time. And I'm like, this ain't going to work. He could have been like
so you weren't
my
feeling
Barack
him
Obama.
Like
he was my Barack Obama with bad sex.
So I just told a fact, right?
It's a fact.
Okay.
But
But wait, did you try to
I'm not
gonna
be fake about it. It was a fact. But what I'm not gonna say is I did not end the relationship because he had bad sex. I continued on into it because he was my Barack Obama. But it was bad sex. You know, I'm not gonna front that. And a part of that was like I was unhappy. A big part of it, he could have had everything in the world, but that little 10% of it was like, oh my God.
But did you try to fix it? That's the question.
I tried. I tried.
And what were your steps? I'm curious.
Of trying to fix the bad sex.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to show you what good sex is. So we're gonna try to teach you what I like and how I like it.
Okay.
But you just, even with me trying to teach him it, he was not catching on to it.
Okay.
And
Right.
I can't teach a nigga how to swim who's not trying to figure it out. You know,
got you.
that's that.
Nah, that makes sense.
But I can't.
I thought
can
this
agree
was a
with
keep
that.
it real
I can
session.
agree with that. Like, you know, no matter that was my Barack Obama, but the bad sex, that was the first time ever in life that I was like, you know what? As a woman, you always like, you know, sex is not.
So
it ain't the biggest
even the
deal.
mouth was weak.
I was like,
You get
look,
better-
we ain't getting past this. Like, you know, women, we were like, you know, sex is not a big deal. We can figure this out. I'm like, hell no. Like, we're not going to know.
Okay,
That's
I got
deep.
you.
Like, it was bad.
Nah, that nigga. I'm sorry. What's that nigga name?
I can't say his name.
Okay.
on there.
I was just trying to tell all the other women to look out.
It was bad.
Be cool, baby.
Okay, I hope whoever he is satisfying who he's with now. Okay, so we're gonna go into this follow-up question because we would
That's
like
some
to know
sick
this.
shit.
So we asked this question previous because we did want to know the answer to this kind of we kind of was around this topic of discussion. What do you consider an alpha male, and do you think a logical man is a good? Do you think that men are logical, and do you think that it's good logic? What do you consider an alpha man, and do you think that men's logic is really good logic?
You want to take that?
First of all, I don't think every man has good logic or logic, period. I don't think every man has that. An alpha male, to me, You provide. You do all your manly things. You fix stuff. You pay the bills. You take out the trash. You do all the man stuff.
Okay.
I don't know if I ever really thought about, to me, honestly, what an alpha male is, because I've always considered myself an alpha female. So I've just always collided with the male species. So I don't know if I've ever thought about it what an alpha male is, but
when you say collided with the male species,
yes,
what is
each and every time? I always find myself in competition of like, and it could be, I don't know. I'm always competing with men, no matter what aspect of life it is, relationship, family. I just had an uncle tell me the other day that none of the females in my family have children, and he's upset about that. Like, y'all need to reproduce. And I'm like, okay, well, you got about 5 kids. What were you able to give them? A blueprint? Do you have like a family business you could pass down? So I just kind of feel like you said, an alpha male has to be able to provide. And as a woman who is setting myself up as a provider, I have a conflict with the man that wants to give out all these instructions with nothing to back it up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think that's a lot of the black men.
Because that goes with it too.
You know, yeah, you wanna tell me what to do and how to do it, but you have literally nothing to back up, nothing substantial to back that up. So
we good?
I don't know.
We can continue, but yeah.
What happened?
Nah, we good. So pretty much, what about you, Brio? How you feel about that?
Yeah, I did answer it.
You did answer it already?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
I was saying about what she said though, about the whole idea of like.
I agree with her.
Okay.
I said because that does play a major role in it too. You should be able to lead your family,
and not just tell me how to do it. Like literally show me the steps to it.
I think
that's what you want. That's your stance you want to have.
I was having this talk earlier, and I said it. I revert everything back to sports because it's the thing that I know best. I've been loving sports probably since I was about 4 years old. And in the NBA and the NFL, they don't necessarily draft a player based off of production in college. They draft a player based off of potential. What they think the player will be in the future as it get older, as it start working on their body, and so what and so forth. And so I believe that the problem is I think we give too much to the potential thing. You get what I'm saying?
As a male?
Yeah. As females too. Okay. I feel like you have more relationships of females taking care of man or a man taking care of a female than you do a working relationship where two people is working together. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's a reason because as humans, we more so dip into the potential thing. We look at what somebody could be instead of what they are. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? And so for me saying that, I think we need to start dating. It's like, set your standards.
Right.
I didn't been on a gang of dates with girls that don't even have standards. So you really can come like whatever and say whatever on some whatever shit. Like, yeah, I ain't really looking for no relationship right now.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just gonna be there the next day too.
Exactly. You get what I'm saying? So
I know.
I feel like come with your standards. If you want to date for potential and you feel like you got the time to do that, because there are success stories.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? We're not gonna sit and act like everybody that's down stay down. People do come up. And those people reap the benefits from they men coming up or they female coming up. You get what I'm saying? But when you look at your life, you visualize your life being a certain way. If that person on the other side don't fit that, then don't fuck with that nigga. Go in the house.
Nah, that's 100.
I feel you.
Because I really think that people should date people on their level. And if you're not dating somebody on your level, the whole idea is be okay with who you're dating.
Do you know what dating somebody on your level feels like? Well, I'm pretty sure you do.
Well, I do. I do.
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like she above me, you feel me? But it's all good, though. It makes shit
It's
sweeter.
amazing, ain't it?
Yeah, it makes
and
shit sweeter.
And I learned a lot from you, too.
Yeah, it makes a lot of shit sweeter because at the same time, you know, people don't realize they worth. When you're doing so much, you don't realize your worth.
Right.
You see that you're doing because you have to rather than you're doing to add value to the relationship. But yeah, man, we're finna go into our next segment. Basically, don't mess up my cut. So my nigga Ace Boogie had one last week. I'm going to see if he can find it. But I'm going to go into this segment and I'm going to give my nigga 10 seconds to figure out these songs. And I'm not doing any type of, I'm not going to do the rhythm because I want you to listen to the lyrics.
That's not fair, bro.
Yeah, bro. I want you to listen to the lyrics. Okay, the first one I'm going to do because I don't think you're going to get it. So
I got two of them.
You got two of them?
You didn't do pop 5.
Yeah, I didn't do pop 5 because I did want you to do your section of don't mess up my cut.
I want to do pop 5 this
you
week.
You want to do pop 5?
I'm gonna ask them.
Oh, you got a pop 5 for them?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Ask them.
Go ahead.
Just
I got you.
to kind of get a feel. Go ahead. Go
ahead. Let them know. So we're going into a segment called Pop 5. We're gonna give them 10 seconds to pretty much get the answer. Pop 5 is basically them going into the aspect of them answering questions that Ace has. So go ahead. Let them know what you guys are pop 5.
It's not really multiple questions. It's one question. And pop 5 is basically like, I just want y'all to give me y'all top 5 restaurants to go eat. And I'm not going to put a time limit on it. I'm going to let you think.
Just to eat, period, right?
Yeah, and don't say Chili's.
Okay. Oh, no.
I hate them niggas. Don't say nothing that's going to make my taste buds fuck.
Top 5. I'm going to go with Benihana's. That's my favorite. Shaz New Cali Catering. He's a black-owned
shout out to him.
Truck. Check him out.
Shout out Shad.
Goddamn,
and that's in your top 5?
I got a top 2.
That say a lot.
At this point, I got a top 2.
And he in the top 2?
Yeah, top 5. That's hard.
Oh, okay. Deli World, Mid-City off Venice and Redondo. They chicken is bomb. It's killing Wingstop any day. They're family-owned small business. Check them out.
They make sandwiches?
They do. They have sandwiches, too.
Okay.
And then we have... So that's 3. Oh, Fresh and Meaty. They talk about bomb.
I had that earlier. It was bomb.
And then I'm going.
But you had a cheeseburger.
I'm going with Rick's Fish.
Everything
on Washington and Rempar. I love seafood, so those are my top 5.
See, she a West Side baby. She all on this side. I don't know nothing. Only place I do know about shots, and I do know about Fresh and Meaty. Yeah. So
let's see.
That's Coogee.
My first is gonna be Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, I don't fuck with Benihana's.
Cheesecake Factory is gonna be number 1.
That jambalaya.
Ooh, with the angel hair pasta.
Oh yeah, that's good too.
Cheesecake number 1, huh?
Dang. I gotta put Shaz out there too, because everything on this truck is bomb.
Okay, shout out to Shaz.
Food is hard for me. You know that.
Yeah, I know that. Women don't never know what they want.
My sister Miss B Walls, Chef B.
Yep, shout
make
out to
some more food.
Mexican pizzas.
Mexican pizzas. Yep. Thank you. High five. That's 3. Dang. Where do we eat at?
I know you like seafood.
I'm like,
I'm gonna throw out hot and juicy. I love hot and juicy.
4. We need one more.
Yeah, one more. What's the last one?
I think the last one. Well, go ahead.
That's hard. I don't know. I don't eat out like that either.
I was gonna say In-N-Out. She loves
In-N-Out.
Look.
That's funny because she
always
really,
fresh. Thank you.
You have completed her.
Yeah, because she really that's her go-to, and I'm always forgetting about In-N-Out. So that's funny.
Especially when I was pregnant. Oh my god, every day.
The fresh patties.
So that's funny that I remember. That's funny that I remember because every time we have a conversation on what we gonna eat, she be like In-N-Out. I be like, here we go, In-N-Out.
There's only like 2. Either going to Crenshaw or Venice.
All right, so I do got a pop 5 for y'all as well because I do want to go into this segment, and then after that we're gonna wrap up with don't mess up my cut. All right.
Okay.
So my pop 5 for y'all is, what are 5 dream cars that you guys would like to have before
Tesla.
anything? Tesla.
Got a Tesla.
The car or the truck?
Does it matter? Like
you just want a Tesla?
I want the Tesla car. I want the biggest car.
Okay.
Like those little small ones they're trying to sell to as underprivileged people. Those big ones with the big batteries.
I got you.
And then I want, what's that, a Mercedes-Benz truck? And then I'm always going to be an Infiniti girl. Infiniti has been in my life for like the last 10 years. So whatever's going to be the newest Infiniti, I would take that. 3. I'm going to just take an airplane at this point. Like, we got to get across the globe.
No helicopters?
So the helicopter is my 4th one. And then last but not least, I don't know. I always said I wanted a Maserati. So I would get like an all red. I've had a crazy dream that I was going to die in a red car. So I never wanted a red car. Yeah, it's like I just never wanted a red car.
Wait, did you look that up?
You got to look
what
at
my dream was about. I did look it up. And it was about me moving too fast in my life.
Oh, okay.
But I would never get in a red car, but if in my dream car, I would have like a nice red Maserati as my mommy car. Like that's where my kids would get in the back.
Damn, you gonna choose that as your mommy car too?
Yeah.
That's something else. Now I'm just messing with you. All right, what about you?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna start off with. I am a mom, so I have mommy cars now.
Yeah.
But my top number one that what I've always wanted is a Bentley. But now it's a Bentley truck. Okay. Those are so cute.
Okay.
So the Bentley truck, I'm gonna go with a black Escalade, big body, everything, all black windows. Ooh, okay, black Escalade. I need me a van, y'all. I got a whole lot of kids. I need a nice van
with that sliding door.
Nice TVs up in there. It's gonna be clean. Okay, my van. My personal mommy car would be
a G-Wagon.
G-Wagon is nice. I know I'm feeling something else right now, though. The Rolls Royce truck. That's me.
A beast.
All white, black windows. My last one would be
another van.
Another van? I don't want another van.
Another set of kids.
I like the new Kia trucks, the big ones.
Yeah,
I don't know what
nice.
they're called. Yeah,
I don't know.
I think they got like 3 rows in them for all the kids.
Yeah, we probably gonna have to get. We probably gonna have to get one of them.
Yeah,
I know I'm dropping my kids off too.
To more seats.
What's y'all's? Give me your top 5 cars.
My top 5: G-Wagon, a Benz truck, and then I will go into just having me a nice van, like she said, a Kia van. And then I don't know. I probably will get a Rolls Royce.
Forte. Is it called a Forte?
I got a Forte, but nah, that's the car. But nah, I would also want a Rolls Royce truck. That shit is nice. It's really nice. What about you?
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah. What would be your top 5 cars?
Number 1, I'm going Tesla.
Okay.
I need that Tesla.
Okay.
Then I'm going Tesla truck.
Okay.
Then I'm going Tesla hatchback now. But I need that. I need that Lambo truck. You know what I'm saying? That's a.
Hey, I haven't seen that yet. It's sick.
I need y'all to come back to me after him because
that Lambo truck is a beast. I always been a fan of Range Rovers, bro.
Okay.
And it seemed like as the years go on, they just get better and better. So I gotta fuck with the Range Rover on that one. And give me I always wanted a '98 Camry.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie.
I always wanted. I always wanted a 90. I always wanted a '97 Camaro, a Chevy Camaro. So
I get a '98 Camry and just
you know what I
save
forgot?
gas on some shit.
I need a lowrider.
A lowrider? I
need one of them.
That's what I thought you were
just
gonna
one
say.
of them.
Well, y'all gotta come back to me then.
We done.
Nah, we done. We finna bring it back. So we gonna bring it back.
Done.
All right, so we going into Don't Mess My Cut Up. So I got my nigga Ace. I got some songs for you. I'm going to give my nigga 10 minutes. I mean, 10 seconds, not 10 minutes. 10 seconds to get these ones, all right?
Nah, it's not 10 seconds.
It's
10. Not a time limit on this shit.
There's no time limit? All right.
Shit.
All right, so the first song.
Don't be trying to make new rules for the games, bro.
All right, so you ready?
Wow.
All right, tell me if you know this song or you know the artist. You got to know the artist or you got to know the song, all right?
Okay.
All right, I'm going to do it just how he say it, too, because you said you want the lyrics to how he say it.
Yeah,
I
need the melody.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again.
That's Sean Paul.
Sean Paul just give me a light. Hey! My nigga got it. That's crazy.
You not getting that
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again.
Yeah, situations getting life again. Yeah, exactly.
Shout out to Sean Paul.
Mm-hmm.
My nigga Sean Paul is he was that nigga at one point.
Facts.
All right, so we gonna go into the next. So the next song. Let's see if you get this one. See, the thing about you that caught my eyes. I'm not even saying it how it was said, but see the thing about you that caught my eyes.
Why aren't you saying it?
Because
that's
easy,
what I'm saying.
Because it get easier when I say how it's
Nah, you gotta say it like that.
Nah,
though, bro.
Nah. See the thing about you that caught my eyes. You know this because if I sing it, you gonna get it.
So sing it.
Yeah, it's a song. Okay, see the thing about you that caught my eyes.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was for him. Look at you.
And you still didn't say it like how he say it.
Because I was trying to get it off. All right.
That's you remind me.
You remind
okay,
me.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
Okay, we got that. All right. So this is the last one. All right. Everybody gonna know this one because I'm just gonna say it how it was said.
You got to.
When I met you last night, baby.
Opened up, yeah.
But who sings it?
As
I had respect for your lady.
Yeah,
Hold on.
that's Nate
Wait,
Dogg,
yeah.
but that ain't Nate Dogg's song.
Until you open up that guy. No.
If Corrupt gave a fuck about a hoe,
Yeah.
that would be broke.
Right, yeah. We know the song. That's not a Nate Dogg song though, right?
But Nate Dogg did hit. That's Nate Dogg singing the hook though. That's Nate Dogg singing the hook. I think that was all Dog Pound. That
I
was
think
all
it was.
of them
It was
on
like
it.
all of them.
Yeah,
It
but
ain't
yeah,
no fun.
ain't no
That
fun.
ain't no fun.
On me. So we gon' do you still have the 2 songs? Or you good? You
I
got
still got 2.
All right, so we gon' let's go to 2 songs and we gonna wrap it up. All right.
You gonna know this one.
All right. Let's see if I know this one. I'm ready.
This one.
I ain't looking, nigga.
She cheating?
Oh, my mama, I didn't look. First of all, these glasses barely work. I can't see that far. I can't see that
you
far.
are funny.
Y'all ready?
We ready.
Cover your ears.
She's Steve Gotti.
Played out pussy. Please don't offer me no. Come on, my nigga. I thought that was a given.
I don't know this.
I know the song, but I can't think
Played
of the
out
name.
pussy. Please don't offer me no.
Is that how it go?
Yes. Literally in that.
Is that a ghetto song?
In that.
I know, like Joe
I
Moses
know
or
this.
something?
I know this
space.
one
If
too.
sex was a weapon, she cannot kill a mosquito.
Is it sugar free?
Damn.
Lil mama lost her grip. Pastrami round her pee hole.
Neighbor.
Okay.
Hey, you didn't say how he said it though.
Wait, no, I did.
My nigga Nip.
I paused when he
My
paused.
nigga Nip. My nigga Nip, bro.
All right, this is the bonus. If you get this, whoever get this is the master. And I'm gonna try to say it like how you say it.
All right, let's go.
He say, "This is one of the most laughable shits of all time in music. It's so funny whenever I hear this nigga say this shit." Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Okay. He say, "Shit, you probably think I'm with a different girl every night, and when I think about it, shit, you probably right. The more I think about it, shit, you probably wrong. Cause what you didn't think about is that I'm probably grown."
I can't know the name of the song though, but that's my lyric.
I don't know that song. I
Y'all don't know that
shit. Nah, I don't
Y'all
know
want me
that
to say it
shit.
again?
Yeah, I don't know that one.
No, I need the rest of it.
No, that's my shit. Hold on.
Nah, the next part is the chorus.
Hit the chorus.
Nah, cause he gonna know it.
Okay.
He gonna know it. Say, you probably think I'm with a different girl every night, and when I think about it, shit, you probably right. More I think about it, shit, you probably wrong. Cause what you did I think about is that I'm probably grown.
I do know that song.
I do know that song.
Yeah.
Cause the hook do come in right after that. The hook do.
Wait, you don't know it yet?
No, I'm not even.
Oh, wow.
No, I can't.
Y'all want me to sing the chorus?
Yes, please. Just give us the
Is it fabulous?
Damn.
She said, "You ain't no good."
That's Neo, right? Singing that?
Hey.
Singing that, right?
Singing.
Who's rapping?
Come
Is
on,
it?
man.
It's not Fab? Who is it?
Gotta leave you alone.
Jeezy.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, I don't listen.
Jeezy.
I don't,
It's
hey,
Jeezy.
Hey, I don't listen to Jeezy,
Jeezy.
but
You
it's
don't listen to
Jeezy.
Jeezy?
I know that song though, but I don't listen to Jeezy.
Jeezy.
Wow.
A lot of niggas I don't listen to, bro.
That's deep.
Nope.
That's deep.
Like, look, the only Jeezy, look,
It's a
like,
business, the
hey,
best
like to
business
keep it
card I ever
100.
got.
Hey, to keep it 100, that's probably the only Jeezy song lyric that I might know compared to My Nigga.
That's the hardest shit I ever seen.
That and My Nigga is probably the only
Oh
Jeezy
my
songs that I know
God.
because I don't listen to Jeezy.
Look at
It's a
that business card. That's a business card
Oh, yeah.
with fucking
that is tight.
Oh, with hand
disinfectant
sanitizer.
on there.
Nah, that's
Real
dope.
cute.
All right, so before we go, we're actually gonna have an ending session. And what do you want people to take away from this conversation? So I'm gonna start with my queen. Then we're gonna go around.
Go ahead.
What would you want the listeners to take away from this session?
I think we need to be more honest with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Open and honest. If they don't like it, it's okay.
I feel it.
And for me, I would say understanding perspectives. Like, we all have a different walk in life, and we all got here through our own journey, and we have to respect each other's perspectives and what we expect from each relationship.
Okay. Ace Boogie.
I would say keep it real and don't lie. If we having a session of keeping it real, We should all be in here keeping it real at all times.
Who's a jab at?
Not fabricating life stories.
That's your end?
To make it, you know what I'm saying, fit the occasion.
I feel it. So we gonna end on that note, and my takeaway from tonight is pretty much if you're a man and you know that you are worth something, let these females wait. That's what I got from this, because my nigga Ace made me feel like a real ass king for making this decision later on in life.
Wait, come back to my takeaway.
When we come back to your takeaway, all right, we gonna rebuttal that. We gonna rewind that.
That was a fake. Yeah,
hey, my nigga Ace Boogie. What you want them to take away from it?
What I would like for everybody to take away is basically just out here just knowing your worth, period. You know what I'm saying? We can't have a situation to where the women is walking around and acting like they got gold in their chonies and we don't got nothing to offer them in return. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like that thought. Like, gold, you know what I'm saying? I think it's an exchange. You get what I'm saying? As much as you might think a nigga sex is whack, he might think the same thing about you. You know, we never know.
Nah, that's facts.
I feel like as much as I don't want to say it because I'm really PG-13 so I don't want to go into the vulgar language. I mean, I'm PG-13. I'm PG-13. My mama be asking me for the link to this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm PG-13. I don't cuss around my mama.
That's so nice.
So.
That's your takeaway?
That's my takeaway.
I feel it. So you know what? Thank you guys for tuning in tonight to the Black Barbershop. We want to give a special shout out to our guest, Miss Chrissy, and my queen, Brielle. My nigga Ace Boogie, he was going in tonight. I appreciate that. Clearly. But yeah, I hope y'all do tune in next week, Tuesday, 6:30. Next we have Never Not Extra. So make sure y'all do tune in to my girl Kirsten and my girl Moni stuff. All right, holla at y'all later. Have a good night, y'all.
Peace.
This was so fun.